Good morning, everybody. I welcome you all to this session on BCom with CIMA, Specialization in Management Accounting. We have with us Principal Dr. Rushikesh Soman, Vice Principal Ma'am Dr. Tessie Thadatil, and our Register Ma'am Mrs. Gandhalu Parulikar. We will be talking to you about the new program being introduced from the academic year 2020-21. The agenda for this session will be, we will begin with the principal's address, followed by a small presentation about the new program. There will be a question answer session and then a formal vote of thanks. I request you all to put in your questions in the chat box so that we will try and answer as many questions as possible. I now hand over to Dr. Soman.
Thank you, Monica. Good morning. I'm sure you are doing well and you all are safe and healthy. And this year, in the first semester, it still looks like that you will have to attend the college from home, at least for initial few months. I know it is very painful for you. It is very painful for us also, you not being on the campus. But I believe that at least after a few months, the situation will improve. People are talking about third wave, etc., etc. But I believe that things may get improved and you will be able to attend the college. And especially your batch, you have never been to college because your first year has been a disaster as far as the physical attendance is concerned. But nevertheless, so we are really interested in helping you out. We are interested in your welfare, as I have always been saying, and in that kind of direction, we are introducing one more specialization for all of you, those who are interested in pursuing professional qualification of international repute. You must be knowing that when students come for BCom, they have got a very standard kind of career qualification option. I would say not career qualification option, that either do CA or do MBA. I know that kind of very typical career options. Qualification option, because the career is something different than the qualifications. So students have got this qualification options when they come to the college. Now, to address these things, we have introduced ACCA, that is the International Chartered Accountancy Program, way back in 2013, and in 2018 we integrated it in our BCom program. And just recently we have got the results of ACCA examination that was conducted in the month of June, and I'm very happy to inform you that most of our students have really done very well, and out of that I think 4 students have already completed their all ACCA papers, and they are now full-fledged ACCA professionals. So their BCom and their ACCA, they have actually completed simultaneously. Many of our students must have come in the ranks. We will get to know the details a little later. So on one side, we are offering one professional qualification for those who are interested in pursuing CA. But everybody may not be cut out for the CA, because there are so many other options available in the field of finance and accounting and this thing, not just audit and accounts and taxation, but there are some other aspects also. And for that purpose, we thought that we should have something different, that everybody doesn't want to become a CA, because being a CA is having a different requirements or different kind of mindset. Everybody may not be interested in that. But then if not CA, then only MBA. Is it the only option for qualification? That also should not be like that. And that's why we thought that we should have something more additional, not more, but additional qualification that also help our students to pursue their professional career. Now, as I said, CIMA, that is the Chartered Institute of Management Accounting, is a UK based organization, a UK based chartered institute, just like we have got Institute of Chartered Accountants, Institute of Cost Accountants in India, or Institute of Company Secretary in India. In the same way, in UK they have got this CIMA, that is a Chartered Institute of Management Accountant. So these are the qualifications. They are having the international acceptance and repute. And now what has happened is they have tied up with the American CPA. Okay, so they are now talking about as a global financial leader as a kind of work profile or job profile as such. And therefore we thought that it is very lucrative, it is very interesting, and our students should be given this particular opportunity to pursue. So this is one more opportunity for you to opt for international qualification, which will have acceptance in more than 140 plus minus countries, and you will have a kind of great opportunity to work as a consultant or take up a job in various multinational companies. The details of the program and everything will be naturally shared in this presentation that will be done by Professor Monica. And I'm just giving you the basic ethos or basic philosophy as such, that we are introducing this at SY level because it has got total 9 papers that you have to complete. Out of we will be naturally teaching you all those 9 papers, and out of the last 3 papers we are going to split those papers into 2 semesters. So your TY 5th semester and TY 6th semester will be teaching you those 3 papers because they are very heavy papers. So we are putting it into 2 semesters, and you will be able to give the examination. And the very interesting aspect of this is the exams is of a case study pattern. Okay, Monica ma'am will tell you, and we will be having more detailed discussion in the question answer session also. So you give examination of college for passing your BCom purposes, and then you can also have examination of the CIMA. That is only one examination or one paper, I would say, if at all I have to say examination, one paper in the case study format to pass the qualification. So one for each semester kind of thing. So there are total 3 examinations of case study pattern, and the details you will get to know later. So this will be a good opportunity for the students who do not want to do CA or ACCA, or those who do not want to do ACCA but are doing CA, and now they have realized that, oh no, this is not my cup of tea, or whatever the reason. So this is see what happens, all these international qualifications, they are tough examination, but the passing percentage is very good simply because you can do one paper or one examination at a time. They are conducting examinations 4 times a year. Okay, so natural, and there is no group passing. So you can certainly study for one particular paper for the entire semester or so, and you can give it. And therefore the passing percentage is very good. Plus, as you know, we are having very expert teachers and very learned teachers who will be able to help you out. And plus we will have a lot of material, study material available to do so. So it is not going to be a very difficult task as such to do this particular qualification. So those who do not want to do CA, or those who are ACCA, but those who want to do something else, now for them this is a very good opportunity to acquire a professional qualification in the field of management accounting. Now management accounting and chartered accounting, or accounting and finance, they have got slight difference. Monica ma'am will be able to tell you exactly in detail how the functioning is there. I'm not going to waste my time on that explanation, because in your question answers also you will be able to get these things elaborated in more specific manner. What I'm talking about is, this is for those students who are interested in acquiring professional qualifications. See, what we are doing is we are trying to offer BCom from a very different perspective as such. Last year we introduced BCom with interdisciplinary. Now that is altogether a different flavor. That makes you a very wholesome person, that makes you a thinking person, that makes you fit for all sorts of jobs as such. Okay. So you can be manager in finance, you can be manager in marketing, you can be manager in HR, you can be doing your own business, whatever it is. This particular thing will certainly, interdisciplinary thing will certainly help you out. Whenever there comes to statutory requirements, whenever there comes to a kind of legal qualification required, then we have got ACCA, and now we are introducing CIMA. So all these qualifications are in a way mutually exclusive. You cannot say that either or kind of thing. Sorry, you cannot say that I will this is better and that is not better. Each one has got a different utility, and I'm trying to make you an appeal to understand that difference. Basically, it is not that instead of this, if I would have done this, then what will happen? If I would have done this, then now I am doing this thing, but now I want to shift. All those kind of things are very funny things, and that is not being allowed. See, all these options, like for example, let me tell you, ACCA, interdisciplinary, even CIMA for that matter, that we will be now introducing, honors. all these are the options given to you, and once you choose that option, there is no point of return. That means first year you do ACCA, second year you say that I don't want to do ACCA. No, that is not done. First year you do interdisciplinary BCom, and now second year you say no, I don't want to do. That is not done. Okay, so there is no point, kind of how would I say, exit option for these kind of things. That's why the choices are very important. So when you suppose select a banking specialization or costing specialization, in third year you can't say that I want to change it. It is not possible. So all these things you have to understand very carefully. So CIMA or the management accounting is an additional specialization we are introducing along with your costing, banking, marketing, entrepreneurship, and HR. Okay, these are the specializations we have got. Now, in addition to that, we will be having one more, that is management accounting. How will you be able to select that? So when you are actually ticking your preferences, I think from Friday evening, the SY admission process has already begun, and you may have ticked your specialization preferences 1, 2, 3, 4. All those 5, 6. Their management accounting is also appearing. So if you want to change, you can still change, because we have made that kind of arrangement after today's speech. If you want to change, you can certainly change your preferences. You can put management accounting as your first preference also. But what is going to happen is, you are going to get this particular specialization just like any other specialization based on your F5 marks. So no backlogs. Just like honors, you don't have any, no backlogs are required for honors. In the, I mean, PT honors is, sorry, PT backlog, we are understanding that, but no backlog in academic papers, and you should get good marks. Then and only you'll be able to get management accounting as your specialization of your first preference. If you do not get good marks in FY, then naturally you may not get the management accounting as your first preference specialization. As such, you may have to get whatever other specialization. We can't really help it, because it all depends on how you have scored in your FY. So this is the basic structure that we are doing. So we are adding management accounting as a fresh specialization along with your other specialization that you are supposed to choose at SY level, and that is, as I said, I'm repeating: costing, banking, marketing, HR, and entrepreneurship. These are the 5, because ACCA is already specialization in accounts and finance, that is from the FY. So ACCA people do not have any choice in making these specialization, but interdisciplinary people will be having choice in selecting these specialization, but they will not have choice in selecting management accounting. So interdisciplinary students cannot pursue management accounting, or ACC people cannot pursue management accounting. That is the kind of internal conditions that we have to do, because the purposes are different. See, please try to understand that each program that we are introducing, whether it is ACCA, whether it is CIMA, whether it is costing, banking, marketing, or interdisciplinary, or whatever it is, each program has got a different objective, different purpose. Okay, so you cannot achieve your goal by choosing the wrong kind of option, and therefore you have to understand that this is available only for those students who are not doing interdisciplinary and those who are not doing ACCA. For all those students, this particular additional option is available, and that is available purely on merit basis. You can do honors also in this. Okay, there is no problem about that. So you can do management accounting with honors, that is possible, and you will be able to really get to know the benefits and everything about this qualification and the career opportunities after the completion of the qualification. So I believe I have given you the basic introduction, I have given you the basic idea, I have given you the basic reason why we want to introduce this thing over here. And see what happens, we are very flexible and that way very dynamic. So this development happened really very recently, and the moment we could see the opportunity for something good for our students, we naturally grabbed that opportunity. We said that yes, this is a good qualification that we can certainly offer to the students. They will be able to do very well in their life if they pursue this particular thing. So it happened very recently, and that's why we are doing it in a kind of in a very short at a very short notice as such. So I believe that you will be able to enjoy the qualification, you will be able to get the qualification, and I'm sure you will do well in your life. So I wish you all the success. And as I said, if you have got any difficulty in selecting or whatever it is, you can certainly contact Monica ma'am or to office, and they should be able to help you out. So I now hand over the entire session to Monica ma'am so that she will be able to make the presentation, and she will give you all the details about the entire program structure and how it is going to be conducted. So over to Monica.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay.
What happened? Monica, you are mute.
Okay. Yeah, I'm unable to mute myself. Yeah. I'm unable to.
You are unable to unmute?
Yeah, got it.
Okay.
Historically, being a finance professional was all about.
You are again mute, Monica.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, please.
Okay, right, okay. Historically, being a finance professional was always about numbers, but it's so much more today. In the world where new technology, data, digital platforms are defining businesses, finance professionals are defining what success looks like, driving impact, delivering solutions, and creating value for the business worldwide. Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, that is CIMA, is the world's leading body of management accountants, delivering the most relevant qualification for a successful career. Once you complete this qualification and become a member of CIMA, you are awarded the globally recognized Associate Chartered Management Accountant and a Chartered Global Management Accountant qualification. You also become a member of the Association for International Certified Professional Accountants, which is powered by CIMA and their partner, the American Institute of CPA. CIMA has its global presence with 650,000 plus members and students. It has associations in more than 100 countries, and it has 33 representative offices around the world. Now let's have a look at the highlights of what this qualification is about. So the Chartered Global Management Accountant, which we in short call it CGMA, the FLP program, that is the Financial Leadership Program, is a new pathway to completing the CIMA professional qualification. It is designed to give you the skills, practical experience, and forward thinking, as well as the entrepreneurial mindset required for the finance professional. There are multiple benefits like digital learning, digital first learning and assessment. It offers an immersive, personalized and highly qualified practical learning and assessment experience. Develop a globally in-demand career. Companies around the world demand the knowledge and skills of a management accountant. Industry ready. You don't just study the scenarios, but you learn to build the real world experience required to become a leader. You also get access to different industries and business functions like valuation, risk management, to name a few. The CIMA qualification is based on 3 pillars. The 3 pillars represent specific areas of knowledge. The enterprise pillar focuses on the role of finance function and how it interacts with the organization using data and technology. It looks at the business model and the management of people and projects to achieve the organizational goals. It deals with formulation and the effective implementation of strategy. So the 3 subjects that you would be studying under the enterprise pillar are the digital finance, performance and project management, strategic management. The next pillar is that of performance pillar. It uses the tools and techniques of management accounting and risk management to ensure that strategy is realistic and to monitor its implementation. You will be studying subjects like management accounting, advanced management accounting, and risk management under this pillar. The third pillar is the financial pillar, which focuses on the financial accounting and reporting obligation of an organization. So the financial reporting, advanced financial reporting, and the financial strategy are the three subjects that come under this category. So in short, the enterprise pillar will articulate a vision in the digital world. Performance pillar will make the vision a reality, and the financial pillar will communicate and report on the vision through a financial lens. So basically there are three levels which you will have to cover, and there will be three papers under each level. So we have operational level. Under operational level, you will be studying three subjects, one subject from each of the pillar. So you have E1, that is digital finance, you have P1, that is management accounting, and you have S1, that is financial reporting. So this will be covered under the operational level. Once you have all these three subjects will culminate into a case study exam conducted by CIMA. Once you clear this, your operational level will be clear and you will go on to study the management level papers, which would be E2, that is project and relationship management, P2, that is advanced management accounting, and F2, that is advanced financial reporting. Again, these three subjects will culminate into one single exam of a case study, and that will be known as the management level. Once you clear this, you will go on to strategic level, which will again be E3 strategic management, P3 risk management, and F3 financial strategy. And once you clear this strategic level paper, which is again a culmination of all three subjects into a case study, you would be a qualified CIMA professional. Now, how are the exams conducted for this? You will be given access to a learning platform which will have all the study material for all the 9 subjects. There would be objective type of tests made available on the learning platform, and you can give these tests at your convenience. Once you have cleared these objective tests, you will be then eligible to give the case study paper, which is conducted 4 times in a year by CIMA. So at each level, all 3 subjects culminate into a case study exams. There are 4 attempts in a year, namely August, November, February, and May. So the chances of you clearing this exam and completing your qualification are extremely high. So you will be a qualified, global qualified professional along with your BCom degree. So how does the integration work? All the 9 papers will be taught to you as specialization subjects. So far as you're aware, in second year, you have 4 compulsory subjects and 2 specialization subjects based on the specialization you select. But for this particular program, you will have 3 compulsory subjects and 3 specialization subjects in each of the 4 semesters. So we have split some of the subjects into 2 parts for mastering those subjects and making sure you are able to complete your professional degree. So student is expected to give the operational and the management level exams in SY itself. So operational level, you can probably attempt it in November, and the management level, you can attempt it either in May or August. The student is expected to give the strategic level exam in TY BCom, and that is your 3rd year of graduation. And the professional qualification along with your graduation will be completed. Now, how does this work? Symbiosis College of Arts and Commerce and CIMA. The fees are approximately around 1,25,000 to 1,26,000 per annum. That is for 2nd year and the 3rd year. This includes the BCom fees. And apart from that, it also includes the registration with CIMA, the subscription fees for the 2 years of your graduation, the exam fees for the first attempt of the 3 levels to be given within the 2-year period, access to the learning platform and the study material for all the subjects. Additional 15 hours training is provided by the CIMA professionals to ensure that you're well prepared to give the case study exam. So CIMA will be conducting these training sessions before the exam. Placements are also done through CIMA Career Hub. Now, these are the details of the subjects that you would be studying under each semester. The ones in black are the compulsory subjects, and the ones in red are the specialization subjects or the subjects that are offered to you under this program. So you are aware semester 3 will have macroeconomics, fundamentals of management and strategic management. So these are your regular BCom subjects, and the specialization subjects would be E1, P1 and F1. So by the end of third semester, you are well equipped to give the operational level exam of CIMA. Fourth semester would be macroeconomic analysis 2, professional business communication, total quality management, which are your regular BCom subjects, and you will have 3 specialization subjects, that is E2, P2 and F2. So by the end of semester 4, you will be well equipped to give the management level exam. Apart from this, we will also be conducting a 50-hour training program in Excel. These are the semester 5 and semester 6 subjects. Again, 3 subjects will be compulsory from the regular BCom and 3 subjects will be the specialization subjects. So here what we have done is we have split E3, P3 and F3 into 2 parts, so that we are able to do extensive training and make you well equipped to give the last case study exam. So strategic management E3 is split into 2 semesters, semester 5 and semester 6. Similarly, risk management and financial strategy. So by the time you have completed your semester 6, that is in April, you are well prepared to give the attempt in May, the CIMA attempt in May. Right? Now, if you want to enroll for this program or if you want to know more about the program, please visit our website and you will see under programs, there is a new program or tab introduced, BCom integrated with CIMA. If you click on that, you will be able to get further details about this program. About the admission procedure, since the admission has already started from Friday, what you need to do is, while selecting the specialization, you need to select management accounting. The admission will be on merit basis with no backlog in FY, and there are limited seats, and admission is purely on merit. Was about the new program. The classes for these will be conducted in the afternoon from 2 to 4, and there will be professional faculty for these subjects. The specialization subject classes will be conducted in the afternoon with the professional faculty. We are open for questions, if any. Thank you.
Hello, Monica ma'am. There are no questions as yet in the chat box. If anyone has, please put your questions in the chat box, or we'll try and answer them. So everyone seems to be clear. There's not a single question.
Okay.
Yes. Are you unmuting yourself? You want to? Nitin sir, can he speak directly?
No, ma'am.
No. You have to write in the chat.
Okay, there doesn't seem to be anyone having any questions. It seems to be very clear to everyone. Is anyone among you contemplating registering? A yes or a no you can put in the chat box. Would you like any information repeated for you? Yes, there are some questions. Just a moment. I'll read out the question. Monica ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So there's one question here. If in any of the examinations of CIMA I fail, when can I give the examination again?
In the very next attempt.
Okay.
If you fail, suppose you are not successful in May, you can immediately give in the month of August.
All right. The next question, how do we change our present preferences?
Okay, I think Gandhali ma'am also might be able to, somebody from the admin will be.
What I request you to send us email, and
Yes.
we will request our software person. So in email you give me the sequence. Okay, you give me the sequence of your fresh preferences, number 1, number 2, number 3, etc. We will inform the software person, and he will make the change in your already this thing, your preferences. He will make the required change. So you send us an email and we can do that.
Sir, may I add something? The students can send mail on syadmission 21-22@symbiosis college.edu.in and give your preferences as sir had said.
Yes.
Okay, there is a request. They would like to have a copy of this PPT.
Sure, we will put it on the website, not a problem.
So it will be available to you on your website.
It will be under the tab BCom integration with CIMA.
Okay. So that will be under the tab BCom with CIMA. So when you click on that, you will get the PPT that will be put up for you. How will the honors program help me if I do it along with this specialization? So what is the additional advantage of doing honors along with CIMA specialization?
Who am I supposed to answer? Am I supposed to answer or?
Yes, sir. Yes. Can you answer, sir?
So, answer, please do.
See, what happens in honors, you are learning 3 additional core papers, and those core papers are naturally related to your accounts and finance and costing subjects, and therefore in honors you will be giving more in-depth kind of exposure to the core subject or to the domain subject as such. In addition to that, there is the research component in honors structure, and then there is a dissertation that you have to write or project that you have to complete in honors section. And beside that, you will be doing 2 interdisciplinary papers. That is one under the banner of interdisciplinary that will be in your 4th semester, and one in the category of life skill in the 5th semester. So total 23 additional credits you will be getting when you do the honors, and that is added advantage for you to distinguish yourself from so many other this thing. So it will give you more in-depth knowledge about your subject matter, number 1. Plus it will give you exposure to different subjects which are not really directly connected to your domain knowledge. Like for example, in interdisciplinary, you will be having altogether a different subject which are not associated or related directly with, but they are important from your professional life point of view, from their from your kind of day-to-day life point of view, whether it is life skill or whether it is like for example decision making and negotiation skills and all these things that are part of your say life skill component. Okay, or in interdisciplinary you have got a totally different subjects that will help you out in developing critical thinking and other things. So you have got 3 additional papers, so that gives you additional exposure to the domain. Then you have got 1 interdisciplinary paper that adds value to your critical thinking and other things. 1 life skill thing which teaches you so many other managerial skills, I would say, or life skills. We call it life skills only. And then there is the research component, because in corporate world also research has become a kind of keyword. So when you have done some research element, like learning research methodology or knowing something about research, that will certainly add value to your resume. And then you will be also doing a small project related to your domain, so that will also add value to your resume. So when you do honors, there are two basic advantages. Number one is you easily get differentiated, and second thing is you get additional exposure and knowledge in not just in your domain but other aspects of life also. I hope I have answered your question.
Thank you, sir. There's one more key question. They're asking, who will be the teachers?
Okay. Now, since this structure is going to be a combined structure, or what you can say mixed structure, that is you will be doing away, or you will not be studying one paper. Okay, totally you have to do is you have to do 6 papers. Okay, in SOI you have to do 6 papers. Out of the 6 papers, 3 papers you will be doing in the afternoon. So you will not have classes for those, the three subjects that you will be leaving. You will not have classes in the morning session. So in morning session, our regular teachers will be there. In the afternoon session, we will be having professionals or the expert teachers who will be actually teaching. If you have heard about this thing, I don't know, but we have got certain visiting faculties who are also teaching ACCA classes. And when we had ACCA classes as a add-on classes since 2013, we have had many good teachers who were visiting, who are professionals or who are expert in the field, and they would be they used to come and they used to teach. So for these 3 papers also we'll be having expert teachers who will be coming from outside, or some of our teachers like Monica ma'am, who had been teaching ACCA from almost 2014-15 in our college. She would be also taking 1 or 2 papers in the afternoon, and we will be having some more teachers. So don't worry about the teaching quality, and we have got enough pool of good and expert teachers. And morning, so you will be having 3 papers of BCom in the morning and 3 papers of CIMA in the afternoon session, 12 to 2 or maybe 2 to 4, depending upon the timetable. That I'm not going into the details right now. But don't worry about the quality of the teachers, because that is our responsibility, and I hope we have not yet how would I say disappointed you. Okay, thank you.
So one more question for you.
Yeah.
Is whether the fees for each year are 1,25,000 or for both the years it is 1,25,000?
Per year. Because that includes the fee to be paid to CIMA also for registration, for examination. See, once you pay the fee to CIMA, you are allowed in a way 2 attempts in that same fee. If you fail within that time span twice, then you have to pay extra fee for the examination to CIMA independently. But otherwise, here we are talking about 2 attempts are already being covered, plus your registration for 2 years, and this is, that's why the fee goes up to 1.25, because the CIMA fee is included in that. The 125 is just a general figure. Actual figure you will get to know. I mean, not exactly 125. It could be little more or little less, as the case may be. We are working on that.
Thank you, sir. So there's a question, can we do honors with this specialization? That's already answered, yes, you can do. This is a question I guess Gandali ma'am can answer. I have submitted a query form as there was a mistake in my FY BCom results. When can I expect the response so that I will complete the admission process?
Yeah, within a day or 2, the students will be given reply from the exam section, and we have the last date for giving subject preferences, which is 23rd of July. So before that time, definitely the student will get the reply.
Thank you, ma'am. I guess Monica ma'am can answer this. What is the level of difficulty?
It is, I won't say it is easy, but it's not difficult as well. With proper training and the amount of hours that will be training you, along with the 15 hours which CIMA professionals will be training you for the exam, it is very easily doable. Of course, the student is expected to be focused and committed to this qualification.
Thank you, Monica ma'am. There's one more question for sir. It says, how much would be the fees if one has to do honors and CIMA together?
See, honors fee is 25,000 rupees extra per year, whether you do with CIMA or you with costing or whatever it is. So honors fee is 25,000 rupees per annum. So SY TY there will be 50,000 rupees for honors. So whatever the fee that CIMA program will be having, 1,25,000, 1,30,000, 1,29,000, whatever the fee that we will be having. In addition to that 25,000 rupees, that will be the honors fee. So you can calculate roughly 1.5 plus minus.
Thank you, sir. One of the students has asked for the slide showing 5th and 6th semester. She wants to see it again. So if you can put that up, Monica ma'am. Yeah. What would be the timings for CIMA lectures? I think this has been answered. So would you like to take that?
Yeah, it's 12 to 2 or 2 to 4. That will be the CIMA lectures depending upon the timetable. But so in the morning we'll have 3 lectures free, and in the afternoon you'll have to do 3 lectures.
Are we going to get placement through the college?
Yeah, see, anyway, college is having good placement sale and people are getting placed. So there is no issue about that. Plus, in addition to that, CIMA is having its own placement portal also. So the moment you are clearing your CIMA papers, you can certainly register yourself on the CIMA portal, and the dedicated employees of CIMA will also be, see, for 1 or 2 students, it is difficult for those companies to come to the campus. So you can go on the portal and then you can certainly get the employment. But otherwise also, like we are getting all these good companies, of course, I mean, because of the Corona thing this year and last year, we didn't have very many companies coming on the campus as such, but our students were getting placed through maybe virtual interviews and similar things. By the time you come to TY and you will be, that is next year, at the end of the next year, I believe the things would be sorted out, and employment or placement should not be much of a problem. We already have got a very full-fledged, kind of geared up placement organization or placement cell in practice, and we are getting good companies. So that should not be much of a problem.
They are asking how much percentage do we require in FY to get?
No. We are, for honors, we are saying that you should have 65%. But I'm not putting any specific condition for the entrance at entry level for CIMA program, simply because your FY marks and the kind of number of people who are applying for that, the cutoff marks will be decided on the basis of that. I'm not saying that unless you have got 65%, you will not be able to apply. I'm not putting those kind of restrictions as of now. Depending upon the rush, as I said, there are only limited seats. We have got only 60 seats reserved for this specialization. So naturally, there will be competition, and those students who are scoring well will get the preference. So there is no pre-decided cutoff, just like we have got for honors. We have got a pre-decided cutoff that for arts faculty it is 60%, and for commerce faculty no backlog 65%. Even for arts faculty no backlog 60%. So that kind of pre-decided cutoff we have not yet decided. If need arises, maybe next year we may introduce that. But as of now, if you have got a good score and if you have selected that as a first preference, I see no reason why you should not get that, provided you are within those 60 students.
Okay. Thank you, sir. There are a number of questions with regard to honors with specialization. So I guess they're all curious about the core papers and what is offered under interdisciplinary. Yeah. I think a note can be put up regarding that.
Yes, what we will do. Tab. Yeah. What we will do, we will give you the detailed of core papers and interdisciplinary papers in the website note. We will modify that website note, and in a day or two you will get to know those details. In a day or two, in the sense, today we will prepare it. We will try to put it today itself. But if not today, maybe tomorrow you should be able to get that. So that should not be much of a problem. We will give you all the details.
Monica ma'am, there's a question. SEMA and MBA in finance, would it be a good combination?
You would have already studied what was required or become a professional under CIMA. So I think you should take the call when you finish your CIMA. Once you're done with that, you may not find the need to pursue any further, because this itself is a wholesome qualification. As I said, the 3 pillars, enterprise, performance, and finance, is a strong foundation for your career.
There's a question. I'm a science student, PCM. Can I also join this program, and what qualities are required to take up this course?
Monica, you answer first, maybe I'll answer next.
Yeah. Of course, you can definitely join this program if you fit within the requirements. I would like to state here that today, when we got the ACCA result, one of our students who completed all his ACCA papers was a science student, and he did not, I mean, with lot of efforts, focus, I mean, he was a focused person and he was committed to it, and he was successfully able to complete his ACCA qualification. So whether you are a science student or a commerce student for 11th, 12th will not matter. We'll be starting, all the specialization subjects are being taught from the very basic, and you already have the first year's foundation to grow up on. So I don't think science would be a problem here. Yes, sir, if you would like to add to this.
No, I think you have answered in a very elaborate manner, and so if you are focused and if you are determined, I think your stream in 11th and 12th standard should not make any difference as such. Even in banking sector, so many people are with engineering background, with BSc background, and they are doing very well. In now, for take example, say MBA finance. So many engineers join MBA and they do MBA finance, and then they join some company. So I don't think, see, what is more important is how your thought process is, how clear and innovative you are as far as your thinking is concerned. And therefore, if you are focused and if you're determined that you will be able to do it, you should do it. And we are all there to help you out. I mean, that's, whether it is ACCA, whether it is interdisciplinary, whether it is SEMA, whether it is costing, banking, marketing, you name the specialization, and whenever you have got difficulty, we are there. That's not an issue.
Yes, sir. And all these papers start from scratch. So yeah, it doesn't presume that you already have a grounding in the basics. And another thing was, the first student of ours who got a world rank was a science student. It's like that.
In ACCA. Yeah. I remember that. Yes.
Okay. This question is, there is a 2-year experience required to get the certificate of the course from the institution. Will we get an exemption in it? I'm not sure what the question is.
I would like to answer this.
Associate, I believe.
Yeah.
Monica,
yeah. Yes, sir. Once you pass all the levels, the exams, you become an affiliate and you require 3 years work experience. So there is no exemption in that. So after you complete your experience, you will become a member there.
Simply start to understand that you will be working as an employee in some big company. You will be getting good salary. So this work experience is a kind of, your initial first 2 years in the job that will make you from affiliate to associate. Okay, like in chartered accountancy program, there is the articleship requirement. In the same way, this is the kind of work experience requirement. So there is no question of exemption. But here you are not giving, you are not getting any stipend. You are getting proper salary because you will be placed in a proper company as a proper employee. And first 3 years of your job will be considered as a requirement for getting affiliated to associate thing.
The next question, in case one can't clear the professional exam in the first attempt, will they be given their graduation degree?
Yes. That is no problem. See, that's why we are conducting examination of college level in a separately, and for professional qualification you have to give another examination that is conducted by SEMA. So we will help you out in that. Our college examination for these papers will also be based on the pattern of SEMA to some extent, because we will not be able to replicate it exactly, because SEMA will be having one examination in case study pattern and other papers will have a different kind of examination. So we will try to prepare you for that, and college examination you complete and you get your degree. That's not a problem.
The next question, the classes from 2 to 4 p.m. for this course, will it be held every day?
No. See, as I said, depending upon the timetable, Monday to Thursday we are putting this timetable. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, maybe 2 papers are done, and then the third paper is taught at 2 to 4 level. So that will be for 2 days. That is what my basic guesswork is. But Monica ma'am will be able to give you more details once the timetable is being finalized.
I think the questions are answered. There's one question, Monica ma'am, is CIMA a good option for those who are already pursuing CA or CS?
As you are aware, you are already pursuing CA, so you know it's basically about chartered accountancy, audit, etc. But CIMA is a totally different perspective, as Sir had pointed out earlier. It is more to do with management accounting, that is costing, performance, etc. So you will have to identify which is your area of interest. But the scope for CIMA, which also includes risk management, as you can see on the screen, that is the most upcoming career, or you can say the demand is increasing for these professionals. So I would say this is a very good option for the students if they are able to complete their professional qualification along with the degree.
Okay, I just add one more point over here, that these are two different tracks, CA or CS and CIMA. They are all three different tracks, I would say. And as Monica ma'am said, that you depending upon your inclination what you do. But the interesting part is if you are if you are doing your CA, especially I'm talking about the Indian CA, then you will be having your career graph or career growth in the field of audit, taxation, and all these things, practice, or maybe working in some kind of company. If you are doing, say, chartered secretary or company secretary, then your entire career graph will be related to company law and the company secretary and the duties of the company secretary and the statutory requirement of the government regarding the company secretary. Here in CIMA, you will be kind of having more excitable and more dynamic work or career graph, where you are talking about the yield management, risk management, strategies of growth, and the financial, all those things that we'll be doing. So I believe that because this is not based on the historical record, this is based on the current record. This is where you are going to talk about the future of the company or the future of the organization. So I believe this is more excitable as compared to of course, I mean, those qualifications are also very good, but it depends on your test or your liking or your inclination, really speaking. You cannot have, either or kind of thing. If you like it, you can go for that. If you are dynamic enough, if you are, how would I say, if you are a thinker, if you are having a kind of, creative ideas, then maybe CIMA would be a good choice for you instead of CA or CS. It depends.
Without honors, how many credits will I get?
132 normal. Yeah. 133 to be precise, if I mistake not.
No, I think it is 132, sir. We calculated the other day. You do not, if you opt for this course, you do not need any additional value addition.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. If you are doing this, then you don't have to do any additional value this thing. But you will be having this Excel program one credit input, and that makes 132 credit. That's right.
Okay, this is an interesting question. How beneficial is this course for professional athletes?
What do you mean by professional athlete? If you want to do career in athlete, then you do your career in athlete. Okay, don't think about when you retire from athletics. What will I do? That we are not here to tell you, because we really don't know what kind of career graph you'll be having as an athlete. But this is the career graph for somebody who is paying attention and who is interested in the corporate world, who is interested in the finance and planning and strategy development and other things. So you can be athlete and you want to do this thing, please go ahead with that. But I don't think this is going to help you to become good athlete, or being athlete, it can help you in becoming a good management accountant. So these are all totally mutually exclusive things. So I don't think this particular question we will ever be able to answer to the fullest.
The next question is, will the exams of SEMA be held in college or at the SEMA center?
That would be at the SEMA center.
Just one moment, let me check if there's any new question. They're all of honors, timings, fees, which have all been covered. Do we have to pay the fee altogether or we can pay it in quarters?
Sorry, I didn't get you. What you said?
Do they have to pay the fee lump sum or can they pay it in quarters?
Because of this corona thing, we have got this installment facility available. So if you are interested, you can pay in installment. I think we are offering 2 installments. One right now, one maybe 2 months down the line or something like that. Gandhali ma'am, will you please able to tell students about the installments?
Usually we have the facility to pay fees in 2 installments, and after paying the first installment, maybe within a month or 2, they will have to pay the second installment.
There's a question, can an ACCA student opt for this specialization?
No.
No. Because again, there are 2 different lines altogether. Okay, so no. And see, ACCA begins at FY level and it continues FY, SY, TY, and it is altogether a different qualification. See, like it is something like that. You know, if you want to go to Paris, you cannot catch a flight to go to Japan. You know, as simple as that. The flight is going to Japan is a flight going to Japan, and the flight going to Paris is flight going to Paris. So you have selected the flight going to Paris, it will go to Paris, go to Paris. Okay, now you can't change in between, mid-air you can't change the track. Okay, but if you are doing CA and if you want to discontinue CA, then you may opt for ACCA, that option is not there. Indian CA if you are doing or Indian CS you are doing, you can postpone it, you can keep it on hold, you do this thing and then you pursue your CA later on, that is possible. But then for ACCA you have to complete all 3 years properly and get the qualification. So this is not option available for ACCA.
So the next question is, which is the most difficult, ACCA, SEMA or CA?
Monica?
I would say the intensive training will help you to clear any exam that you want to give. I cannot categorize whether ACCA is easy or CA is easy or CIMA is easy. My observation is that since ACCA, you have to give only 1 paper, passing is also allowed. That helps the students to clear the paper and get the qualification faster as compared to the Indian CA. As for CIMA, you just have to give 1 case study exam, so for which you're going to get enough training. So I don't think that would also be a Herculean task as you feel.
See, the arrangement is done in such a way that the passing percentage is positive or better. That does not mean the exams are very easy. Exams are difficult, but you get enough time and you get a choice that, you know, one paper per or 1 examination per attempt, and that's why the passing percentage becomes much better as compared to Indian CA.
Can they do honors in management accounting without doing SEMA?
They can, because ultimately if you don't appear for the examination, you don't get the SEMA qualification, but you have to register for that, so the fee will not change. See, you have to register, whether you give examination of SEMA or you don't give, that is your choice. But the moment you take admission over here, you automatically have to register for SEMA, and because we are adopting their syllabus as it is. In that sense, we have to understand that whether you give examination or you don't examination, there will be no change as far as your basic structure of syllabus or this thing is concerned, fee is concerned.
And if SEMA classes are in the afternoon, when would the honors classes be conducted?
See, normally what happens, honors classes for core papers are on Friday and Saturday. Okay, and the interdisciplinary and this life skill classes are held between Monday to Thursday. But interdisciplinary classes, just 1 class that is in 4th semester. 1 class, this is 1 paper in 4th semester, which has got 2 classes per week, And in fifth semester you have got life skill classes. So as I said, if you have got Monday, Tuesday one paper of SEMA, then Wednesday, Thursday another paper of SEMA at 12 to 2 session. Then maybe again Monday, Tuesday you have got second paper of a third paper of SEMA at 2 to 4. Maybe Wednesday, Thursday in fourth semester and in fifth semester you will have interdisciplinary, or you have got life skill, as the case may be. So these four, 12 to 2, 2 to 4, in these 4 days you will be able to complete your fourth semester, fifth semester in those 4 hours.
Okay, there's one question. For the SEMA specialization subjects, we will be only giving objective tests and case study exam besides the 3 BCom subjects. Am I correct?
No. The exam for BCom graduation would be based on the rules and the format decided by the exam section. You need to complete the objective question test only to qualify for the case study exam, which is a part of the learning platform provided by CIMA. Was I able to answer it satisfactorily?
So the objective test and the case study is for the professional exam. For the specialization in BCom, they will have to appear for the respective exams, right?
Yes.
For all 6 papers.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. When will college reopen? Because it's been a year now and it's getting really difficult for students. Sir, please would you answer that? Monica ma'am, you want to answer that? Or Gandhali ma'am?
Madam, we will be able to start the college physically only when the government of Maharashtra gives us directives about this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. But till then, the students will have their online classes.
Thank you. There is a student who wants to do CFA from TY. Should I choose CIMA or not? Because I like the subjects of CIMA, so now I'm confused. Monica ma'am?
Yeah, it's this will definitely help you for your CFA. But now again, as I stated earlier, the focus or the direction in which you want to go, this would definitely, the subjects that are there like enterprise and performance and finance, this would definitely help you for your CFA. But again, you have to take a call whether you will be able to cope up with 2 professional exams. It's totally up to your, it's your choice.
And what is the passing percentage in SEMA papers?
50%.
50%. There's a student from Garware College. Will he be able to pursue SEMA from Symbiosis College? And what's the procedure?
I have absolutely, that Gandhali ma'am or sir might be able to answer.
No, actually, sir will be the one who can answer this question.
Sorry, I was busy somewhere else. Tell me, Samita.
There's a student from Garware College. One is interested in SEMA from Symbiosis.
Okay.
So can he be admitted into it, and what's the procedure?
See, basically, you will be able to take admission, lateral admission to second year. Depending upon the score, you will be getting the admission. And if there are seats available, and if your percentage falls in the cutoff thing, then we may be able to consider that. But please apply. We will see what we can do.
Monica ma'am, there's a student who wants to know the difference between CMA and CIMA.
Okay, that's a good question.
Okay, CMA is Indian CMA. It earlier used to be known as Cost and Works Accountancy. So again, the focus is on performance and costing. So CMA is like restricted to India, like you have chartered CA of India. So similarly, you have CMA India, but CIMA is a more broader, globally accepted profession. And again, the focus is on performance and costing. One is an Indian profession, the other is a global professional qualification.
A person who wants to get into management consulting eventually, does this course align with that plan?
Definitely.
And a person who completes CIMA, can they do articleship or work in the fashion industry and get, you know, the 3 years experience from that?
Yeah, again, there are certain objectives which are laid down by the institution. If whichever industry you work in, if you're able to fulfill those objectives, I'm sure your work experience will be counted.
See, where you work is not important, which industry you work is not important. In what field do you know, for example, if you work in a fashion industry as a designer, then there will be a question. But if you work in a fashion industry as a consultant or in the field of finance and management accounting, then naturally it will be counted. Whether it is hotel industry, restaurant industry, or fashion industry, or airline industry, it doesn't matter really.
What is the nomenclature of the degree? Will it be simply BCom or BCom integrated with CIMA?
No, the degree will be BCom with the BCom into bracket specialization management accountant or management accounting. I'm sorry. So it is see CIMA or ACCA. These are not the nomenclature for the degree. The specialization of the subject is considered as a part of nomenclature. That's why in ACCA also we give the accounting and finance as a specialization, and in this case we will give you management accounting as a specialization. So costing, banking, just like that, accounting, finance, and management accounting. That will be the part of your nomenclature. In your transcript, we may add that you have done this thing in collaboration with CIMA, so you are a CIMA qualified person.
So we'll take the last question now. They wanted a clarification: CMA US and CIMA UK. What is the difference?
No, here the CIMA are in partnership with USA CPA. Okay, so if you are able to clear the CIMA exam, you also become a member of the International Certified Professional Accountants, which is formed by CIMA and the CPA of US.
So you get more acceptability basically.
Yeah.
So that's all the questions. Others are overlapping. So I think it's been answered in some way or the other, but I think the main issues, I think a note can be put up on the website.
Absolutely,
right?
we'll do that. So
Okay.
thank you children.
And go on for a formal vote of thanks. Thank you, dear participants, for posing all these questions, and thank you, Soman sir and Tessie ma'am, for taking on that exhaustive list of questions. We sincerely thank you all for participating in this session, and I sincerely thank and acknowledge the support given by Dr. Soman, Dr. Tessie, Mrs. Gandhali Parulekar, Dr. Yogini ma'am, Mrs. Ashwini Kothari, and not to forget our IT team, Nitin sir and Nazir sir. So with this, I think we'll end our sessions, and do write to us for any further queries. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.